7 in the XFL. We're in downtown Orlando. Undefeated DC Defenders taking the trip down south at 6-0, taking on the 0-6 Orlando Guardians. Feels like 90 degrees on the field. It is heating up in the DC locker room. Reggie Barlow, what you got?
Show this team early on now that they cannot play with us. They can't play with us if we play up to our standards. And we will not negotiate our standards. The standards have been set. Let's be smart, man. Let's play hard. Let's play fast. Let's get turnovers. Let's get to this quarterback, right? Let's get big hits. And then let's score a lot of points on these guys. Let's score a lot of points. I can't wait to see you guys play, man. I can't wait to see you guys play. I can't wait to see you guys play. I can't wait to see you guys play. And if you don't remember nothing else, Lucky, every possession, we got hit on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, coach, you get me fired up. Fans making their way into Camping World Stadium to check out the undefeated DC Defenders. First place in the North at 6-0, taking on the Orlando Guardians at 0-6. Important to note, Orlando is not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, but they do need to get this win today. What's up, everybody? Welcome inside the booth. Alongside my partner, he's Tom Luganville. I'm John Trippin. Taylor Davis, Harry Douglas will join us in a minute. All right, you know what I can't wait for? To see this run game for DC. Man, they are physical and nasty on the ground.
There is no secret to what DC wants to be on offense. They just want to grind away with you, and they do it with this running back right here in Abram Smith. You watch how skinny he can get through those tight creases, has a great knack for it, then he can stick his foot in the ground, bounce to the perimeter, win some foot races. Watch the feet at the second level right here. Make that secondary run support miss and extend plays, and then he's got tremendous contact bounce. See him getting skinny there again, pushing off defenders. He is a well-rounded back that is remarkably durable.
Let's welcome in Harry Douglas, who is standing by with Abram Smith.
Yeah, guys, I'm with the leading rusher in the XFL right now. And, Abram, when you look at the last year of your life, what has allowed you to get to this point right now?
My family. My mom, my dad, my nephew sitting in the stands right now. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. They're my why and why I do this.
You guys are the #1 rushing team in the NFL. Your offensive line. Big guys need loving, too. What do you got to say about those guys?
Man, I love my guys up front. They always open the holes up for me, and they take care of me. And then at the end of the day, I take care of them. So we work together as like I say, a tank.
Have a good one, boss.
Appreciate you.
Back to you, John.
I appreciate that. Let's talk about this offense for Orlando. They've used 3 different quarterbacks this season. They're going to get the start is Quentin Dormady. He did move the ball last week effectively for Orlando.
Yeah, he has. He's moved the football since being reinstated, and you look at the numbers, very, very efficient. But the issue with Orlando is they have gained yards. They're in the top 5 in the league in total offense. They can't score points. They have self-inflicted wounds, heavily penalized, turn the football over, and their red zone efficiency is nowhere near what it needs to be. If they can capitalize long drives with points, minimize DC's possessions, Orlando's going to be just fine here tonight.
Let's send it down to Taylor Davis, who is standing by with Quentin Dormady.
Yes, I am. Thank you, John. Quentin, we know this team is eager to get into the win column. What has to happen here tonight for that result?
Got to eliminate the penalties, go out and make the plays that we know we can make. Then from there, we'll see what happens. But we're excited. We're ready to go. It's time to play.
Now, offensively, you guys have been effective moving the ball. It just hasn't translated to points. How do you change that?
Yeah, it comes back to the penalties. We got to stop killing ourselves on drives and just go out and make the plays that we know we can make, and then make a few that are spectacular, and then we'll come out on top.
We like spectacular. Go enjoy it.
Yep, thank you.
John.
All right, Taylor, appreciate that. DC will start with the ball first. Now here in the XFL, we do things a little differently on the kickoff. Both teams will line up 5 yards apart. They will be able to release as soon as the kick returner catches the ball. Jose Borregales will boot things away for Orlando to get this party started. He will kick it away to Puka Williams. We are getting set. Week 7 here in the XFL in Orlando. Will the Guardians get their first win, or will the Defenders stay perfect here in the XFL? Borregales boots things away, and it's KJ Sales returning, spinning, and he'll be dropped at the 25. Bring him out, bring him out. DC Defenders offense led by Jordan Ta'amu.
Well, you see Jordan what he's been able to accomplish, and particularly last week in the passing game when
spread right, 22 lock, all stop. Someone ready.
Houston's defense did a nice job in the first half, taking away what has been a vaunted run game, forcing DC to throw the football to move it, and Jordan Ta'amu delivered big time on Monday night.
It's been incredible to see this dual quarterback system for DC. Jordan Ta'amu, De'Aaron King, they work so well playing off of each other, and they love being basically co-starters for DC. First snap of the game, throwing to the outside. Chris Blair with the catch. One play, first down, picked up 11.
16 kick, 16 kick, 16 kick, 59, 16 kick, 59.
I really like that opening play. Don't be predictable, don't run it, get a nice confidence throw for your quarterback.
Takes the handoff to Smith, throwing it back to Blair. Blair, nice run after the catch. He is popped just a yard short. That was Najim Hossein with the big hit.
Lady. One's right, lady. Let's go. Lady.
See how quickly offensive coordinator Fred Kais has that play into the game. 25 seconds left on the play clock.
2nd and 1. Here's the XFL rush leader, Abram Smith. Man, can he scoot on the ground.
Texas right.
Texas right.
Alaska.
Let's go, Alaska. Here we go. Alaska.
Spread them out, wideouts.
Good cutback by Abram Smith there. Defensive end of the play side just overruns the play. They're so concerned about quarterback run.
22 duo. Here we go. Ready. Set, go.
1st and 10, back to Smith on the ground, finding his blockers. And as hard as he runs, he does a great job being patient in that hole.
Red, wide under. Red.
Very much so. He feels when that open crease is gonna present itself, and then he's got the burst to dart through it.
2nd down, Ta'amu looking to throw on the money. Lucky Jackson breaking free, still on his feet, and he's in the end zone. Lucky Jackson playing like it's a video game. A 32-yard touchdown strike, and DC's on the board first.
01, personnel. Hey, sugar. Hey, good job, Luck.
It's a really nice catch here by Lucky Jackson. Ball's thrown to the outside away from the defender. Then he just breaks tackles. That's poor tackling on behalf of Orlando defensively. Again, plague them. Mistakes like this have plagued them all year long.
We don't kick extra points in the XFL. You go for 1, 2, or 3. DC's going for 2 from the 5-yard line. Looking left, Ta'amu completes it to Chris Blair. 2-point conversion is good. DC's up 8-0 to start the ball game.
Well, Reggie Barlow said he wanted to see points and lots of points, and he couldn't wait to see his football team play.
Let's start fast.
Man, he's got to like that start. Pitch and catch right here, one-on-one in the defensive back end. Make the first defender miss. Break tackles, get to the end zone off of a spectacular week. And Harry, last week, Lucky Jackson had another one of those build-upon performances where he just becomes better and better and better as the season wears on.
Quick drive, under 2 minutes, took DC to go 74 yards in 5 plays, taking an 8-0 start here. Orlando set to receive for the first time. As Matt McCready will kick things away for DC. Eli Rogers is the deep man. Almost 90 degrees here in Orlando. Feels like it's approaching summertime. McCready, the short kick does not reach the 20. So that's going to be a major infraction. Here comes
short free kick. The ball will be spotted 15 yards from the previous spot. It's 1st and 10.
Literally and figuratively. That is a plus 45 yard line start for Orlando's first offensive possession. That is such a brutal penalty. You see the kicker slip down and loses all power right here. And considering how DC started, this is the type of start that Orlando needs. Maybe this can jumpstart Orlando to get off to a fast start in their own right on offense.
So Orlando comes out for the first time on offense, led by quarterback Quentin Dormady. Devin Darrington, the man in the backfield. Looking to throw. Dangerous pass. Incomplete. No, that is picked off. But we do have a whistle. And Thula Kelly.
Going to wave it off.
We don't have any flags over there, right? Referee has roughing the passer.
Ball's on the ground.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, defense number 17. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. We don't have any flags over there, right? Referee has roughing the passer.
Ball's on the ground.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, defense number 17. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
His left hand slaps the back of the helmet right there of Quint Dormady and then pushes him to the ground.
And I heard Dormady say, I didn't even see the end of that play. I got hit in the head.
Right. Hey, listen, right now Orlando will take the yards any way they can get them.
180! What's that?
First and 10 from the 30. Dormady slinging it on the money.
On the ball.
That's Charleston Rambo, a gain of 15. And Orlando's using tempo.
Black!
I love this.
Sarah!
Dormady looking left, trying to set up his Cody Latimer.
On the ball.
Latimer pushed out of bounds after a gain of 10. Let's look at previous completion.
Quinn's right.
Really nice poise
Hey,
here by
Bison
Quint
right.
Dormady.
Bison right.
Hangs in there, keeps his eyes downfield, delivers a strike late. And then the tempo, as you mentioned, John, getting DC on their heels a little bit.
Second and 1, that was a gain of 9 on the ground as Darrington trying to reverse course. He does have a first down brought down by Bellamy.
Buffalo left. Dose left, Buffalo left.
Dose left, Buffalo left. Dose left, Buffalo left. I1, ready?
Shane Matthews, the quarterback's coach.
Playing cover 1, run slants and go crack.
180! What's that?
First and goal from the 4. Dormady keeps it, throws to his tight end, upended. Logan Carter does not come in. We do have a late penalty flag.
They might call that on me. What do they call? No. Oh, dude. What happened? That was up?
Can't have OPI.
There is no foul on the play. The contact was ruled legal. It's second down.
Come here, bring it up.
This initial flag was thrown. I believe the back judge
Bison
thought
right.
that the ball was thrown beyond the line of scrimmage, which would
He's
have made
right.
a legal block.
Motion, Bison right.
By the receiver blocking, but that
I1,
wasn't the
ready?
case, and they waved it off. Good call.
So it'll be second and goal from the 1 for Orlando. Opening drive for Orlando on offense of the game.
180! What's that?
Handoff. Darrington. And he is stopped short.
On the ball. Hey, dose right, Nike.
Dose right, on the
Let's
ball.
go, dose right.
Nike. Dose right, Nike.
Darrington just fighting for every yard he can muster.
Quarterback sneak, and Dormady is in there. Touchdown, Orlando. We said this offense looks different with Dormady at quarterback. And how about that opening drive?
I just love the tempo. I love how quickly they got lined up. They're not messing around at the line of scrimmage. Dormady had a nice, efficient drive, and Shane Matthews, quarterback's coach, who became the play caller and essentially the offensive coordinator over the last 2 weeks, has got himself a nice game plan early on.
How about this? Orlando electing to go for 1 here. You like that?
Yeah, I think what it does, if you elect to go for 1, I think
It's
it really
dose
keeps
right,
your run
F
game
SOAR
in
option
play,
at 9. Dose right, F SOAR option at 9. Tell the quarterback.
In the white.
See Quentin Flowers coming into the game, so we could potentially see some quarterback run opportunity here.
So Flowers will try to go for 1 point from the 2-yard line. Rogers, the man in motion. Flowers looking to pitch it, but he's going to be stuffed.
The try is unsuccessful.
It was Joe Wallace breaking it up for DC. Good start for Orlando. They get a touchdown on their opening drive. They trail 8-6 here in the first. XFL is brought to you by Progressive, the right call to protect your home and car. Well, DC defenders have been protecting on defense. 2 pick sixes by Michael Joseph have propelled them early on. And don't forget about Santos Ramirez. This was last week getting in on the action. He's got the pick, and here comes the 6. DC is just doing so many things right, not just on offense, but everywhere, every facet of the game.
Well, you know, it is a simple game. We overcomplicate it an awful lot. I mean, you look at these 3 categories right here. You want to score more points than the opponent, you want to protect the football, and you don't want to have self-inflicted wounds. That's one of the reasons why DC has been so consistently productive, is they just don't beat themselves.
Sales set to return, starts out as 5. Trying to get over that left edge. A good return by Sales. We do have a penalty flag around the 25-yard line. Boric Alice, the kicker, ran him out.
During the return, holding receiving team number 26. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's 1st and 10.
Well, and there you go right there. These are the types of plays that we were seeing from Orlando all year long. Not seeing from DC, so you get a decent return.
What we got?
Now you got a penalty, you're backed up, long field to go. Great opportunity for Orlando on defense here.
And Reggie Barlow is a guy who prides himself on discipline. When he was a player, he learned from one of the best, Tom Coughlin. He said Tom Coughlin would find guys for anything. On the road, you had to adhere to the dress code. He said one day he was in the hotel lobby. He had a shirt on with a collar. He thought he was good. Next day, he had a $600 fine. He said, "Coach, what happened?" He goes, "Yeah, I just didn't like your shirt."
Hey, easy.
Hurry, though, man.
28,
You gotta hurry, though.
28.
Going down. Time out.
28 lock.
Time.
Ready.
Reggie Barlow not
Delay a
liking
game.
what he sees.
Offense.
Timeout. We had a timeout before.
Prior to the delay a game, DC called their first timeout.
Hey,
30 seconds.
So timeout, DC. We got more football tomorrow. Week 7, the XFL wraps up tomorrow right here on ESPN. The Battlehawks and the Roughnecks at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, also available on ESPN+. Take a look at this quarterback battle you will see tomorrow. A.J. McCarron, Brandon Silvers. They can move the rock.
They can. The ball's going to be in the air an awful lot. I would expect to see Cole McDonald as well. Houston played an awful lot last week versus DC.
So Abram Smith. So just wrapping up that story with Reggie Barlow. He said, I had to set the tone with my team early. He said early on in camp, guys were fighting. They were getting after each other. He said, I had to actually kick them physically out of practice. He said the 3rd time that happened, guys realized, he said, we've never had any problems since.
Right. You got to set the standard, as he referenced in his pregame speech.
Ready. Set, go.
2nd and 7, back on the ground, Abram Smith. You know what, I'm wondering, Harry Douglas, did you pick up any fines in your day in the NFL? Anything interesting you found yourself fined for?
Oh, yes. We had a lot of them going on when I was playing. If you dropped the ball, it was a certain amount of money. If you came into the meeting room with the hoodie on, you got fined. We got fined for body language, all sorts of things.
How about missing a block?
Oh, no. We got praise for great blocks. We got praise.
Jump ball incomplete. Chris Blair couldn't come down with it. Balin Buchanan was there. Great coverage for Orlando.
Great opportunity here for Orlando. And what have we been talking about? Self-inflicted wounds, right? Back-to-back penalties for DC on offense. You have to call a timeout on a change of possession. You throw the ball up here, and that is a ball that Chris Blair and this DC receiving corps has come down with each and every week this season.
Come on, guys!
Dana Whelan punts it away to Eli Rogers. Will field at his own 35. Makes a couple guys miss and will eventually be brought down. A 41-yard punt return of 6. So Orlando, after scoring on their opening drive, will come back out on offense.
See if they can stack series upon series. No, not having a false start, not having a silly penalty. It's a very clean opening series for Orlando.
Flank left in motion. Liz stay, Cancun F wheel. On one, ready? We gotta go. Set. 180!
Eli Rogers in motion here on 1st down. Dormady Look in his direction, and he can't come down with a one-handed grab. That was DeJuan Neal in coverage.
I bet Quentin Dormady wishes he could have that one back. He had an open Eli Rogers down the sideline there, and he just missed and threw it high to 5'10" Rogers.
Twins right, scat right, scat right, scat right. On one. Son. 180. Right, son.
2nd and 10. DC rushing 4. Dormady finds the hole in the zone. That's Charleston Rambo. And early on, this Orlando offense moving the ball.
Yeah, and they've had some intermediate throws that have been big chunk plays. And again, Quentin Dormady on time, back set, good platform, drives the ball into the hole.
Scat right, on one.
See, I don't know if I would huddle here. I would continue on the pace that had DC on their heels.
Just picked up 17 yards, 1st and 10. Dormady going deep. Oh, what a catch! You can't be serious. Just outrunning the defense, KD Cannon, and that was on Michael Joseph of all people. A 41-yard touchdown strike. And how about it? Orlando takes the lead.
Tank right, bunt.
You'll see him right here, and he's just going to go vertical and just run by. Look at the cushion that 15 Michael Joseph has. He's just going to run right by him in a wonderfully thrown football. And KD Cannon just arrived to this organization on Monday. Terrell Buckley, the head coach, referenced, this is a guy that's brought some juice to our offense, getting off to a quick start tonight.
Going for 1 from the 2. Dormady flushed out of the pocket to the right, scrambling, trying to find anyone open. Dormady throwing across his body. And it's tipped away, incomplete. The try no good, and Thula Kelly got his hand on it.
Try is unsuccessful.
How about this start for Orlando? Winless on the season. Let's send it down to Taylor.
Yeah, KD Cannon joins me now. A huge reception for you for that touchdown. How'd that one feel?
It felt good being out here. You know, I've been hurt for 2 months, so it felt real good.
I saw your celebration coming out of the end zone. This, Speed Kelsey said, this team is eager to get in the win column. With a start like this, you gain momentum. How do you continue?
We just got to keep capitalizing on our big plays.
How's it feel to be back out there? That injury behind you, right?
It feel real good.
Man, that's what the XFL is about. Terrell Buckley has tried to change things up. He told us this week he's trying to do anything different to get the first win for Orlando.
I mean, everything. If a meeting started at 8 the previous 6 weeks, it now started at 8:30. The coaches would ride in the front of the plane on road trips. Now they're riding in the back of the plane. Anything to get out of this funk, he's trying.
Brandon Smith, he is popped on the return as soon as he crossed the 30. And I'm telling you, Orlando is bouncing around right now. They've got tons of life. You gotta take a look at this, though. They're looking at the thumb of starting quarterback, Quentin Dormady.
I can tell you, having played that position, you've got a Band-Aid on your thumb, on your throwing hand. It is going to alter your grip. See if he starts picking up a ball and seeing how he can handle that. Is DC now trailing? Unfamiliar territory for the defenders.
Trying to set up a screen to Hammond, and that one goes nowhere. Just a gain of 1. Terrence Plummer was in there with C.J. Holmes.
Trips right. Linda. Let's go. Pick it up. Linda.
You hear Tomo saying, pick it up. He wants to speed up the pace now for DC. Armstead gets the carry. Breaks through 2 tackles. I mean, it should have been a gain of maybe 1.
Texas
eventually picks up 7.
Texas right.
22 duo.
Hey, 22 duo. 22. Let's go.
So this is either going to be an inside run to the right or a quick screen based on the look down to the receivers.
3rd and 1. Armstead back on the ground, shifting through that hole, picks up the first down, brought down at the 44.
Spread right.
Philly yellow. Philly yellow.
Philly yellow.
Z cross.
Philly
Z
yellow.
cross.
Philly yellow. Z cross. Philly yellow. Z cross. Here we go.
Left to right read.
Ready. Set, go.
So he looks left, throws there right away. Ta'amu completes it.
Trips right. Linda.
Hey, Linda.
So Briley Moore is tight end, a
go.
gain of 6.
Linda.
Efficient,
Trips
ball
right,
out of the
Linda.
hand quickly.
Linda. Here we go. Ready.
See another run
Set,
here.
go.
2nd and 4. Here comes the pressure. Gets rid of it. Back to Briley Moore. Harry, how about this tempo on offense by DC?
Texas.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Fred Keist wants to do. He wants to go tempo. He feels that if the offense can get you tired, at some point you're going to make a mistake, you're going to misfit, someone's going to not pay attention, and they're going to take advantage of it. So he wants to go tempo as much as possible.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't get lined up correctly.
1st and 10. Abram Smith. They bring him down. A couple weeks ago, he broke a huge one. Got by that last defender. Picks up 22.
Now, you referenced his patience earlier, but look at when he sees the crease. Poof! There is that burst that he has, and he gets a full head of steam. And look at the forward lean with his pad level, particularly at the end of this run. He just gained by lowering his shoulder another 3 or 4 yards through the air.
Matt Elam just saved a touchdown right there. Free safety making that tackle. You have an injured player, Jacoby Jones, back to his feet as he gets off to the sideline.
Here we go. Skins right, 29.
I was going to kill him.
Clock runs under 6 minutes here in this first quarter. Orlando with a 12-8 lead over undefeated DC.
Ready. Set, go.
Armstead gets the carry over that left side. Good run on 1st down, picks up about 5. Terrence Smith there with the tackle.
This is where I think DC is really efficient.
Skins right. Lenny.
They'll line up, call a play, run the play. They're not always trying to get in the perfect play. They're not taking a bunch of time at the line of scrimmage. They just trust what they're going to do, and they do it well.
Set, go.
Take the handoff to Armstead. Pressured in his face. Ta'amu gets rid of it. Ball comes out. Do they give him the catch? It is completed to Briley Moore, but Ta'amu took a shot at the end of that one.
Dubs.
Coming off of the naked here, and nice job right there from Orlando. 48, Jaquane Blakely by holding off, not following through on that hit.
9th play of the drive coming up for DC. Brings up a big 3rd and 5.
Ready. Set, go.
Ta'amu scanning left, back over the middle, completes to Hammond, and Hammond will have enough for a 1st down.
He's in. Hey. Skins left. 29.
They love this inside-outside zone play. We're going to have 29 going right over here.
29.
All right, to your left.
Here we go. Let's go.
Got the option to check it right if he sees the numbers are correct.
1st and goal for DC. Abram Smith. That left side, it's been opening up. Smith sees the end zone. And he stepped out a couple yards short.
Twins right, Alaska. Twins right.
Alaska. Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1. Smith in the backfield with Ta'amu.
Going to center, 29.
29. Here we go.
They're bread and butter.
Ta'amu now under center. Finds his guy. Abram Smith will walk into the end zone. DC retakes the lead.
Best in the world,
baby. Hey, get pop out there on the right side.
The player is down. That's Mike Maietti, the center for DC. important part of this offense for the defenders.
Huge part of this offense. Missed some games earlier in the season. He's the quarterback of that front unit. Ty Cleary, number 66, backup guard, backup center, will likely take that spot if he can't remain in the game. But this group, this offensive line, has been the most cohesive unit of anybody in the XFL, run or pass, and that's been proven week in and week out with their offensive production.
All right, so we're going to let the medical team do their thing, take care of Maietti. We're going to step aside. DC with a 2-point lead here in the first.
The extra point on the way. You're going to see the center right there, and he's going to roll left with their outside zone 29, and late he just gets rolled up by an Orlando defender right there. Fortunately able to get up and walk off on his own accord. They need his services. He's experienced. He makes all the calls. He's a great communicator. Let's see if they can get him back in the game.
DC will go for a 2-point try here from the 5. Tamu through the hands of his receiver, Josh Hammond. No good. Episode 5 of the 9-part docuseries Player 54 is now available on ESPN+. An all-access look at the XFL and its players and coaches. You can't get this anywhere else. Player 54 on ESPN+. And Terrell Buckley was highlighted on this latest episode. It was phenomenal. He called out his team. He said these penalties, all the nonsense that's been going on, unacceptable. We get a rare look behind the curtain at how Orlando trying to turn things around. And Tom, you can see the results.
Yeah,
they're playing well today.
Well, listen, I mean, they went back to old school, high school, middle school two-a-days where if you false start or you commit a silly penalty, you stop practice and the entire offense runs or the entire defense runs. I mean, that's the type of tactics he's had to fall back on because nothing else was working to get rid of the silly penalties and the self-inflicted wounds.
Crane slipped on his last kickoff. Has his footing there. Boots this one away to Eli Rogers. Fields at the 9. Throwing it across the field now. Trying to get something going. That was Jordan Thomas, the tight end, eventually brought in. Take a listen to Buckley on that docuseries Player 54.
Special teams fiasco.
Who told you to go in and win?
TV did. I don't even work. I ain't working all week.
This is the XFL. We keep it real here. First and 10 for Orlando, and Jermaine Martin goes nowhere. Harry, what's the update on our guy, Mike Maietti, the center for DC?
Yeah, guys, he's going to be out for the rest of the game with a left knee injury. It's a huge blow to them because the foundation of this offense is that offensive line. He is the leader. But last time he went out, Ty Cleary stepped in, and he did a very, very good job, guys.
Yeah, he certainly did, Harry. And it's so unfortunate, but they've played a lot with Ty Cleary because of Mike Maietti's previous injury. So hopefully we won't see a reduction in production.
It's TJ Storman. He just started grabbing at his
Right
shoulder and asked him to be taken out of that game. You can see him. Something definitely uncomfortable with the right tackle for Orlando.
TJ Storman was a DC defender up until 3 weeks ago.
Please reset the play clock to 10 seconds. Thank you.
Getting traded here to Orlando.
You know how important the offensive line here is in the XFL. It is a premium position.
David Davis.
So Jalen Spady will go in and replace him at right tackle. Dormany looking to throw, will dump it off. Oh, intended for his running back. Tip to Eli Rogers for the completion, a gain of 6.
Fortunate to be tipped to Eli Rogers and not tipped into the waiting hands of a DC defender. Literally.
Twins left, scat left.
Oh.
Cancun, my spot. Scat left, scat left, scat left.
Sometimes you need to catch a break when you're 0-6.
Absolutely. Maybe the tide's turning a little bit here.
Hey, easy. Alert, alert. Hey, fetch. Here we go.
Approach 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter.
180.
Third down for Orlando. DC bringing the blitz, airing it out downfield. And Rogers can't bring it in. It was dumped in perfectly over his shoulder. Michael Joseph was there in coverage.
This is a remarkable throw by Quentin Dormady. Puts it right where it needs to be. And Harry, the over-the-shoulder focus on the vertical ball. What's the most difficult part of tracking that throw?
Well, actually tracking the football. That is the hardest catch, I believe, in football. Is a football that's over your shoulder, tailing away from you, but that's why coaches preach. Eyes to the catch. Always put your eyes to the ball.
Mac Brown punting it away. Josh Hannon will make the return into Orlando territory. A return of 18. 1:20 to play here in this first quarter. Are you surprised by the score right now? 14-12, DC on top?
A little bit, but again, watching Orlando and seeing them and seeing their personnel, it's not as if they don't have some good players. They have good players, but they haven't played smart. They haven't played well. You come out and you start playing well, and DC's had some penalty issues, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a dogfight.
Here we go, here we go.
Good starting field position for DC.
Ready, go.
Smith and Armstead both back there. That's De'Aaron King. How about King and Ta'amu on the field at the same time? Let's send it down to Taylor.
Here we go, here we go.
Well, guys, you were talking about the differences just in the demeanor of this Orlando team. Harry and I actually spoke with Coach Buckley before the game, and he said he had seen that pregame. He said they just are carrying themselves differently. We've approached the week differently. He really felt like this was going to be the narrative today.
Taylor, what's the energy look like, though, from a body language standpoint on Orlando's sideline?
Yeah, it's been solid. A lot of communication, a lot of encouragement. I actually heard someone say, I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Like, there's a lot of camaraderie down here. And look, I think when your back is against the wall at this point of the season, you turn to each other, and they haven't crumbled. I haven't seen it down here at all.
Good stuff, Taylor. Picked up the first down. That's for Raquel Armstead. And final seconds here in this first quarter, 15 seconds left. Let's see if DC elects to run another play here. So Ta'amu telling his guys, let's go, let's go. 7 seconds to play in the quarter. Orlando bringing the pressure, getting away to Lucky Jackson, and that'll be the last play here in this first quarter as Marcus Murphy makes the tackle. We're in Orlando, Florida, the home to Walt Disney World. Get there, sneak away one of these games. DC with a 2-point lead at the end.
As you see the inside zone here, that's when you hear 22 and 23. This is 23. Look at him get skinny as 63 comes off and takes on the run fit. Now this is a poor job by St. Louis up front with their gap integrity. This is their outside zone, 28-29. When you hear Jordan Ta'amu or Derek King call it, and then Abram Smith hitting the crease, getting downhill, and the feet to make the unblocked defender miss is what has made him so special this fall. Excuse me, this spring.
Yeah, it's almost 90 degrees out there. Feeling like summer out here in Orlando.
College football habits there.
De'Aaron King in at quarterback for DC on 2nd and 6. He gives it to Abram Smith, and that is blown up in the backfield. Checking on an injury update for Orlando, Taylor.
Yeah, guys, we saw Stormont leave the field. It seemed like he was favoring that right arm while he was in the tent for quite some time. He has now been taken to the locker room for further evaluation. I'm told it is an upper body injury, and he is now listed as questionable. And look, this offensive line has shifted a lot this season. Quentin Dormady told me that they focus so much on communication this week, so another big blow.
All right, good stuff. De'Aaron King up the middle, showing you what he can do with his wheels. A 23-yard pickup on the ground.
He's so dangerous. Takes the snap here, and then it's just a sit, wait, pause. You've got lead draw, number 18. Their tight end comes in up the middle. And now you've just got the defense for Orlando outnumbered with that extra blocker and the quarterback being used as a runner. It's been lethal for this offense all year long.
First of the
a
half.
Late substitution for Orlando, forcing them to call a timeout on defense, not to get caught off guard.
Number 23 called it back here.
Week 7 in the XFL wraps up tomorrow right here on ESPN with the Battlehawks and the Roughnecks. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. It's also available on ESPN+.
Well, St. Louis, 2 weeks ago against Vegas, I think A.J. McCarron ripped off 19 straight completions. And Houston, for whatever reason, the last couple weeks just kind of been off.
They've had a lot of injuries.
They've had a lot of injuries, and the pace at which they started with all the explosive plays the first few weeks of the season seems to have settled down a little bit.
I think we can tell there's a ton of talent here in the XFL, but when there's injuries at key positions, especially offensive line, some of the explosive players, when they go down, it's tough for teams to really come back.
And DC's avoided that for the most part. They've been very fortunate not to have many injuries.
King still in there at quarterback, keeps it himself. And he'll be dropped for a loss of 1. Let's listen in to Tony Carter, defensive coordinator for Orlando.
Same call. Stretch is coming. Same call.
D'Eriq King under center. Hands off to Armstead. And when it works on defense, just run it back.
Well, and you heard Tony Carter. They knew what was coming, right? Watch the stretch. That's another term for outside zone.
Be smart here.
So far today, DC 4 of 5 on third downs. They've got a 3rd and 9. With D'Eriq King in at quarterback. Here comes the pressure. King gets away, throwing across his body. End zone. No way! You cannot be serious. Briley Moore with the touchdown reception. D'Eriq King. What a Houdini.
Look at the left foot.
On for 2.
Look at D'Eriq King. This is the value
That's what I'm looking at here.
of an athletic quarterback.
Slow down. We're looking at it. Slow it down. We're looking at this. It's really close.
Left hash. Okay, left hash.
On for 2. Left hash for 2 when we come back.
71.
We got to toe down. Yep, toe down. Control. Then. Okay, we're clear. We're clear. The score is clear. The right toe is
wow.
down.
So Dean Bandino confirming that touchdown call. Briley Moore, his first touchdown catch on the season. Tiamo cannot get the snap off as the play is ruled dead.
Coach called timeout. Out, Dean.
Did you hear Fred Keiss? Snap the ball, snap the ball, snap the ball, because he doesn't want
Guardians,
anything to be reviewed. He doesn't know what we just saw. And so he's, in his mind, it could be taken away.
Timeout, Orlando. Their 2nd and a half, 30 seconds.
He's out. He's out.
So Buckley is looking at the Jumbotron in the stadium, but he does not know that Dean Blandino back in the command center has already looked at this and cleared it as a touchdown.
And he should know and be aware that this is already looked at. It's a touchdown.
Look how many screens Dean is looking at right now. He's not going to miss this call.
Hey, Dean, just out of curiosity from your perspective, how on top of this should the coaching staffs be in terms of knowing that on a call like this, you've already looked at it?
No question. We've told the coaches when it's reviewable, catch, no catch, involves the boundary, the end line. We're looking at that. And if there's an issue, we're going to stop the game. We slowed it down. We wanted to see the different looks, able to see that the toe was down. So Coach Buckley knows if he challenges this, he's going to lose it.
Got it.
Appreciate that, Dean. So DC will go for 2 from the 5. Tamu in at quarterback, looking left the whole way. Completes it. And the 2-point conversion is good. Alex Ellis. DC up by 10. I don't even know how he got the throw off. And then I don't know how Briley Moore caught it with a toe down. Man, I love the XFL.
I know when Moon stepped out.
We might have just seen the play of the year. DC defenders with a 10-point lead over the Orlando Guardians. I'm still in awe of that throw by D'Eriq King. Falling out of bounds, midair, getting shoved, still throws it on the money. That is something.
On a spectacular end line catch with focus and concentration. And just great awareness by that man right there, Bradley Moore.
Matt McCrane kicks things away. Thomas set to receive and fields it at the 2. Cannot make that first guy miss, gets out of bounds, a return of 18.
So if you look back at what Terrell Buckley was looking at, from his perspective in the stadium, he's not necessarily seeing that, okay? He's focused on that. And if he's looking at that foot, he said, oh, he's out of bounds, he's out of bounds. But from the other angle, you can clearly see that go down first, and that's not the angle he was seeing in the stadium. So you can see why the coaching staff's going, I don't know, that looks like it's out of bounds. But as Dean Blandino referenced, the coaches should know on a catch, no catch, that's automatically getting reviewed.
And remember, you just need 1 foot in bounds for it to be a completed catch. Bounty flag.
81.
False start. Offense number 81. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Jordan Thomas.
And this is again what has plagued them. Jordan Thomas came in with KD Cannon. He's one of their newcomers last Monday.
Same play. Same play. On one.
Coach Buckley likes him as a kind of a well-rounded blocker who can receive type of tight end.
First and 15 after the penalty. That'll be Jermaine Martin on the ground.
11 Bulldog. 11 Bulldog.
Reggie Northrup there on the stop along with Karan Reed.
Out of subject.
Aggie X ditch. Aggie X ditch.
Gone left. On one. Ready?
You hear him say gone left. That's the protection. Everybody else on the offense is getting that in their helmet from Shane Matthews.
180.
2nd and 14. DC on defense, dropping back in coverage. Kendrick Thomas finds the soft spot, a short gain. Reggie Northrup with the tackle.
Hey, red ball. Settlers.
Red ball.
Twins left. Twins left. Twins left.
Easy.
Twins left. Twins left.
Easy.
Hey, let's go. Motion wide dragster. Motion wide dragster.
Scout right. Come on, Eli.
3rd and 8 coming up for Orlando. That's Rogers, the man in motion. He goes over the middle, crossing the other way. Completion is Cody Latimer. What a great drawn-up play. Michael Joseph there with the tackle.
Left. Black. Give me Black. X-Hitch, Ohio. X-Hitch, Ohio.
Black. You got N. Sarah.
Thomas picks up the block, the running back. The pass is complete.
Give me regular personnel. Give me KD.
They gain another 5 yards with Cody Latimer. You see the leadership of Quentin Dormady telling his running back the protection.
Yep. Twins left.
He's dialed into the scheme, dialed into the offense.
Ace left. Seattle F stop. Seattle F stop.
Ace left. David Davis, Hart. 180.
Dormady will step up in the pocket, will take off himself, and will slide 1 yard short of the first down marker, picks up 3.
We need a yard. Twins right, Bison right.
Let's bring in Harry.
Twins right, Bison right.
I think Quentin Dormady is doing a great job of throwing with anticipation, which is very imperative at the quarterback position. Anticipating things happening versus a quarterback having to see it happen instead. So great job by Quentin Dormady getting the ball out on time, throwing with anticipation and deciphering coverage.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, John.
Go for it. Martin picked the first down there.
Yeah, I think, when you're reacting late to what you're seeing, everything's going to be off. Nothing's going to be in rhythm. You're going to be out of sync. And I would agree with you, Harry. I think he's gotten the ball out of his hand really nicely, and he's directed traffic well, getting his players lined up.
Scout right, ditch. YC. Hey, scout right. Touch. 180.
Dormady with time, loads. How about Rogers? Nice little shifty move, picks up an extra couple yards. Neal on the stop. 8-yard gain.
Rogers was one of the premier receivers for this DC Defender team in 2020. Went into the draft, got taken by Orlando, and is really, really quick, really good out of the slot.
Harry, what do you call that move after the catch to get the extra couple yards there?
Shake 'em, bake 'em, cake 'em, whatever you want to name it.
I love it. There's Rogers in motion again across the formation, handing off. Somehow breaking through every single arm tackle. Jermaine Morton gets that first down. All right, here's that shake 'em, bake 'em, whatever that move was.
Right here. Whoop. That's B-Button. Pride of Louisville, pride of the University of Louisville, Harry.
Different breeds at Louisville.
Why you gotta get Harry started on Louisville?
Gone right.
You know better than that.
I'm a rep hard, guys.
Ninth play of the drive coming up for Orlando. Empty backfield for Dormady. Throwing. When you give him time, he's going to find his receivers all game.
But he always makes his own time, too, because it's hard to rush him because the ball, he's very similar to what Houston was the first 4 to 5 weeks. Tough to rush the quarterback because the quarterback protects himself and his offensive line by not holding on to the football.
You got a headset?
I know Orlando is 0-6. This just looks and feels like a completely different team.
They've got confidence, right?
Ace right. You
got some energy.
Sarah. Touch.
Dormady dumps it down, but incomplete. Was looking for the running back, Darrington. Wholesale changes on defense for DC as a 3rd and 6 coming up.
Diamond, here we go. Listen up, Diamond, Ram single press. Ram single press.
Look where this guy's lined up right there. Look how far off the ball he is. And when they line up and say single press, they mean it, man. They're not letting anybody off the ball. They're in cover 1, man coverage with a deep free safety.
Handoff, not happening. Darrington gets dropped for a loss. Anthony Hines just exploded into the backfield. A loss of 5.
Yeah, he's been a fixture within this linebacking core.
It's a 5-yard net.
And they just flat out don't block him. Poorly executed in the offensive line that time from Orlando. On a critical 3rd down.
This is a waste of yards.
Dormady wanted them to go for the field goal. Instead, they're going to punt it away. A fair catch called for by Hammond. So DC gets the stop on defense. Beautiful. Walt Disney World, Orlando. You gotta get the family here. It's a good time. 10-point lead here in the second quarter. Jordan Tombo comes back on the field, but you gotta throw back to the last touchdown by DC. De'Aaron King, at the end of this play, goes airborne, takes a shot. Harry, what can you tell us about De'Aaron King right now?
Yeah, guys, right after that fantastic play by De'Aaron King, he went inside the tent to be evaluated for a concussion. I've just seen him go inside the locker room to be evaluated even further. So that's where we are right now with De'Aaron King.
Appreciate that. Abram Smith up the gut. He is fired up. The XFL's leading rusher picks up 16 more.
22 duo.
Right down the middle. This is 22. Inside zone, as we've talked about. What a well-executed play at the point of attack for DC.
Screen pass to Hammond. DC has not been effective with the screen so far today. The defense sniffed that one out again. Take a look at the numbers for Abram Smith so far today. Over 75 yards already here in this first half.
Look at that average yards per carry. No, let's just give it to number 4. We'll get a first down just about every time.
DC crowding the box on defense. They know the run is coming. And Smith. Are you hearing that?
I love having the running back mic. It's the best part.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
10%. Bunch right. Bunch right, 72, bear. 72, bear. 72, bear.
So Smith will get a breather on the sideline. Raquel Armstead will come in at running back for DC on 3rd and 4.
Ready. There go.
Empty backfield. Tamu. Pass is batted down, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Terrence Plummer got his hand on it on defense.
That's a huge stop for Orlando. You have DC backed up. Don't give any ground. Hopefully you're going to get a nice return. And if you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up. Really, really well done from Terrence Plummer.
Can't leave, though. Gotta wait. Can't leave.
Even he's got a different swagger about him today.
Go down the line.
Eli Rogers is the deep man set to receive this punt by Daniel Whelan. Rogers will field it. Throwing across the field now. Orlando getting tricky with it. Trying to get a return set up to Charleston Rambo. And good field position. Well, it's been a roller coaster of a season for Orlando, especially at quarterback. Quentin Dormady, the third quarterback used. He started his career at Tennessee, finished it at Central Michigan where he threw for over 2,000 yards in 2019. He was released by the Guardians on March the 2nd, reportedly for giving opponents his own team's playbook. What? Yeah, it sounded crazy to us too. He was reinstated after his name got cleared, added to the active roster. And Taylor, for Quentin Dormady, this is huge just to be able to clear his name.
It really is. I talked to him this week, and he was really candid about the whole situation. He said, look, it was frustrating. Now when you Google my name, that's what comes up. But he said that it's been so gratifying to be back with his team, back on the field. He feels like he's been playing effectively. And Coach Buckley said it took him about 5 minutes to assimilate back with his teammates in the locker room, but it's been tough on him. He's honest about it.
Taylor, that's awesome. I mean, Tom, think about it. You Google your name, and the first thing that comes up is a negative story.
Well, it's one
Neutral
that
zone
can stay with you
defense
forever.
Number 17, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
How do you shake that? And by the way, commend not just Quentin Dormady there, the offensive line for Orlando. Hard count.
Please
Everybody
reset the game
stays
clock to 4
poised.
minutes, 22 seconds. 4:22, please.
When we were here 3 weeks ago, that was an illegal procedure penalty. No question.
So after the offsides, 1st and 5 for Orlando. Darrington, the running back, now at the bottom of the screen, looking left. Dormady throws a missile on the money, completes that to Dan Williams. They'll bring up 2nd and short. You know, you also got to credit the powers that be at the XFL to really investigate and figure out what exactly happened in order to reinstate Quentin Dormady.
Yeah, you have to make sure with that type of allegation, you have to be right.
No, just line up like that. Go out. All right, there we go.
Dormady directing traffic out there. Telling Eli Rogers to get set up on 2nd and 1. Handing up. No, he keeps it himself. Dormady calling for blockers. Spun down by Santos Ramirez.
Love the play call. Love the play call. He's not generally a running threat. What are you going to do? Pull it. All you got to do is get a couple. Here comes the tempo.
Who is Sarah?
Come on, fellas.
Formation wasn't never set. 83 was still moving.
False start, offense, number 83. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That is Dan Williams with the penalty. So is Sarah kind of like Omaha?
Well, Sarah would be. So sometimes you get a one-word play call where everything's included. It's memorized by everybody. So the protection is in there, the pass routes are in there, and it's to simplify and go fast so you're not using a lot of verbiage.
All right, I like it. So the penalty will back him up 5 yards, 1st and 15.
Oh, he moved.
Another penalty flag. Martin. And you hear Terrell Buckley, head coach for Orlando. He wanted to take a shot because he felt like it's offsides.
95.
Good job.
Up, lined up or in?
In. He jumped across.
Okay.
Neutral zone infraction. He's going to take that.
Offside, defense number 95. 5-yard penalty.
KD is
still
not in the
first
game.
down.
That's 10. Okay.
Give me a back.
That's Jarrell Owens offsides for DC.
Scout right. Scout right. Scout right. David. Touch.
Under 3 minutes to play here in this first half.
White 80.
Here comes the blitz. Dormady doesn't get rid of it, and he'll be sacked. And Thula Kelly coming in on the pressure for DC. A loss of 9. Take a look at it.
Look at the right side of your screen. They're just going to overload the field side, and they've got 3 for 3, but they don't have a 4th for 4 in terms of blocking the free rusher 24 coming through the C gap right there between the guard and the tackle. And that was all simulated pressure. Guys sugar hubbling for DC about the line of scrimmage. Tough to know who's coming.
We have reached the 2-minute warning here in this first to be on a beautiful Saturday night here in downtown Orlando. If you're just joining us, let's get you caught up. Quentin Dormady, the starter for Orlando, 12 of 15. He's got 2 total touchdowns. DC so far, most first half points this season, and they've been getting it done on the ground. DC with a 22-12 lead here in the second half. They're getting after him again. And that is it. They call it a fumble, actually.
Incomplete.
So it looked like it should have been an
on the field. There's a fumble recovered by the offense.
I think Dean's going to have to take a look at this one.
That's incomplete.
With the receiver in the area. Incomplete pass with the receiver in the area. We're going to give you the clock.
Yeah.
So we're going to go incomplete. 1:57 on the clock. It's going to be 3rd down.
The play has been reviewed. The pass is incomplete. It's 3rd down. Please reset the game clock to 1 minute 57 seconds. 1:57.
Points right. Ace right.
It's imperative that Orlando somehow come away with some points. Try and get half of this back. Make a decision whether you want to go for it or potentially kick a field goal. Orlando gets the ball coming out of the locker room.
3rd and a mile. Dormady stepping up over the middle, completes it, making a move. That's Rambo again. Still moving, cuts it back. Brought down in the red zone. A first down and then some. 31-yard pickup on 3rd and a forever.
Way to hang in there, Quentin Dormady. Find the pocket work, eyes downfield, and at the last second deliver a strike. Well done.
They're going quick on the ground. Penalty flag is coming in as Darrington is turning, brought down at the 5. But let's see what that penalty is.
Think about it. Under 2. Holding. Offense, number 59. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
That's on the center, Xavion Furcron.
Bunch right motion, ace left. Ace
Pay attention. Okay, automatic front, okay? Tokyo, automatic front, Tokyo. Make the ball check down.
180! What's that?
1st and 20. Dormady, he's looking for everything. Incomplete. He had Latimer, but a flag comes in.
Defense number 29. 1-yard line. Yes.
I won't, hey.
Pass interference. Defense
Flank
number
right.
29.
Flank
The
right.
ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. It's
Center.
first down.
Flank right, Bison right.
That was Kentrell Bryce hitting the helmet of Latimer.
Bison right, I'm under. I'm under. David.
Cheat the back, Sam single, press stop. Cheat the back, Sam single, press stop.
David.
The penalty will set up 1st and goal for Orlando. They run into each other. Darrington and miscommunication between the running back and quarterback. Buckley can't believe it. They were at the 1-yard line, and they're now backed up to the 9.
And this is why Terrell Buckley's so frustrated. And you see it in his body language. You're on the 1-yard line, and you just...
Tank right motion. Gone right.
We're pivoting out here for 1. We got 4. Sneak the ball in there.
Get over here. H-wheel, H-wheel, H-wheel.
Play clock's winding down. It's at 3. Second and goal. They get it off. Dormady, pump fake, throws over the middle. Tackled down at the 2 is Jalen Smith, the tight end.
Tank right. Tank right. Hey, Nike.
Orlando has 1 timeout remaining. They're choosing not to use it. Quarterback sneak. They're pushing him. He is not in there. Mark inches short of the goal line. It'll bring up 4th.
You got to call timeout here, Terrell Buckley. Let's talk this over.
Wait a minute.
Let's reset the game clock to 8 seconds. The clock will start on the snap.
So Buckley's going to wait to use his final timeout.
What'd you say?
Okay, yeah. The ball was kicked by one of the defenders out of the spot. So did he want a timeout at 3?
He was going to take a timeout at 3, yes.
Please reset the game clock to 3 seconds. There's 3 seconds remaining on the game clock.
Yep.
The ball was moved by the defense. The clock was stopped. Orlando wanted to take a timeout with 3 seconds. This is their final timeout of the half.
We put it to seconds because you're going to call a timeout at 3 seconds, right? So he stopped it because the ball was kicked, but it's unfair advantage for them. So we put it at 3 seconds.
I looked at everything. We've got nothing definitive, so we can't put the ball in the end zone.
On the snap, okay.
And you're out of timeout.
Yes. Hey, y'all got to push.
Yeah,
Get in there.
Get
in there. Sneak. Get in there at all costs.
Do you like Orlando's decision to not use that timeout on 3rd down and go for it?
I don't have any issue with that. I just think you take the timeout to settle down to get the best possible play that you can. And on 3rd down, they had a wealth of options, right? They tried to get the sneak. It was really, really close.
Look at this formation. The sneak at the goal line. Orlando's in there. Touchdown, Guardians. Quentin Dormady kept it himself. What a ball game here in Orlando.
Woo. Wow. Let's see it from this angle here down the line. What the question is going to be,
wait a minute,
was that knee down, his right knee down, before that ball crossed the plane?
So I'll let you know. Far handheld is my shot, right? So we're gonna look at that. We're gonna look at that far handheld, and what I'm looking at is the right leg, Dormandy's right leg. When the shin is down, I'm trying to see where the ball is. I've got a ball in the right hand, but I don't have to look right down the line to say for certain. Let me know if we've got anything else. Yeah, double check. Let me know if we've got anything else.
Oh, gosh, he taking that. He reviewed it.
Okay.
They reviewed 3 times.
We're going to let it stand. After review, the ruling on the field stands. After review, the ruling on the field stands.
After review, the ruling on the field stands is called touchdown.
That's why I didn't use the time. I did. That was the timeout.
Hands up right here. Look. I need to get to that spot right there.
So Orlando electing to go for 2 here at the 5-yard line.
That's why they call it a game of inches.
Dedrick Thomas, the man in motion, now will come to a set in the slot. Dormady scanning, still has time, and time runs out. Joe Wallace in there, 2-point conversion, no good. That's how the first half will end here in Orlando. Terrell Buckley has got to be proud of the way his guys have fought here. The best team in XFL, they're in a ball game. 22-18, DC leads here at the half.
Coming out of the locker room, Orlando gets the football. It's a great opportunity to get off to a fast start, maintain this momentum by closing out a drive to end the second quarter. We're going to have a heck of a second half in front of us.
We've seen all type of highlights in that first half. A picture-perfect day in Orlando. Fans are loving it. The players are loving it. Making a play. Everybody's loving the game today. DC, 4-point lead at the half.
You should have seen me out here early. I had the six-pack out. No. Me and Reggie, ripped up, getting the workout on.
Hey, this is the day, right? We said Friday, now today is the day. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Let's go out and play the way that we know how to play. All right?
Let's get to this quarterback, right? Let's get big hits. Then let's score a lot of points on these guys. Let's score a lot of points. I can't wait to see you guys play, man.
Well, DC listened to their head coach, Reggie Barlow. That was the pregame speech. They've scored a lot of points. They've also given up a lot of points. And we've got a ball game. 22-18, DC leading Orlando right now. DC undefeated. Orlando has not won a game, but the Guardians will start with the ball first as we get set to kick off here in this third quarter. John Schriffen alongside my partner, Tom Lukaville, Taylor Davis, Harry Douglas on the sidelines. We are pleased to be joined with you here in Orlando. Both teams will line up 5 yards apart for this kickoff. They will be able to release as soon as the ball is caught. Thomas is the deep man for Orlando. As Matt McCrane getting set, placing the ball on the tee to get this second half started.
Well, one thing we've seen from Orlando in the kicking game is a little razzle-dazzle. We've seen some throwbacks and some stuff that's gained them some extra yards in field position. See what we could expect here.
Thomas will field. Everybody set to go. Cuts it back over the middle. Finding a seam. Making dudes miss. Looking for some blockers, and Thomas pushed out of bounds in DC territory. What a return. 46-yard return, and Orlando, good field position to start this third quarter.
Great field position, momentum. You've got energy in the stadium, energy on the sideline. This first drive of the third quarter, so critical for the confidence of this Orlando offense.
So look at the quarterback comparison for both starting quarterbacks, Ta'amu and Dormady. Dormady, 166 yards in the air in that first half.
Yeah, really the completion percentages for both signal callers very strong here tonight.
There's Jermaine Martin on the ground. And Martin was in the most recent docu-series Player 54 talking about, we feel like we've been slept on, and that's for a variety of reasons, but he's one of the guys very vocal talking about how they want to turn things around here in this season.
I think he realizes that they've got some pretty good players and that they've made some roster moves that have improved their roster. It's just about not making mistakes. That's what it comes down to with this team.
There's the penalty flag. Dormady knows he's got a free play. His receiver fell down. That was Katie Cannon who fell down.
39.
Offside in the neutral zone, defense number 39. 5-yard penalty, replay second down.
Santos Ramirez for DC. We're seeing unusual penalties for defenders.
Yeah. This has not been their style of play.
Oh, he outside. He outside. He outside. Throw it! Throw it! Oh, he put another penalty.
Come on, T-Buck, you're a defensive back. You don't call a penalty on that.
2nd and 2 on the ground with Martin. And he is stopped short. You hear his head coach, Buckley, saying, stop bouncing. Because he bounced, he didn't get to that first down marker. Look at the live line, according to Caesars Sportsbook. DC favored by 7.5. With a player down, that's the running back, Martin.
You a little surprised by that live line?
I'm very surprised, especially by the way Orlando's been moving the ball.
I tell you what, I agree with Terrell Buckley here. You got a 230-pound back. You stick your foot in the ground and you get north and south. Trying to bounce the play to the perimeter. Michael Joseph with the low tackle there. That's the type of back Jermaine Martin is north and south.
All right, Harry, we are both surprised up here in the booth by that live line. DC -7.5. What do you think? Which side would you be on?
Well, it depends on past history. What we've known from Orlando is that they're going to figure a way to not get it done. That's just the past. Not saying that's going to happen today.
Right.
That may play something into it as well.
Well, and how strong the second half, too, Harry, has been for DC throughout each of the first 6 weeks in terms of closing games out.
I agree with you, Tom.
3rd and short for Orlando. Darrington gets through that hole with a speed burst, spinning free. Brought down just shy of the 25, a gain of 11.
This is what Terrell Buckley is saying when he's saying, go, go, get downhill, fit through the crease. Got a nice little jump cut in the hole there. Darrington, he started this off in the last couple of weeks, really kind of becoming the go-to back. He's got spark, he's got some juice. You can see the ability to make people miss there, too.
So Vegas feels like Orlando might fall apart. Taylor, what are you seeing on the sideline? What are the guys saying to each other for Orlando?
There was so much intensity in that locker room, but out here it's a lot more calm. It's almost composure and poise. They're really focused on the task at hand, but I mean, there was a lot of emotion in that locker room, I'll tell you that.
You can sense how bad Orlando wants to get this first win, but Dormady wasn't set to make that throw.
It's just bad footwork. If it's going to be a rollout, you got to get your shoulders square, throw through to the target. And he almost looked like he tried to aim it. And that's why you hear Terrell Buckley there all over his quarterback, and he's right.
So after the incompletion, it brings up 2nd and 10 for Orlando. Hand it off to Darrington. And Darrington is brought down. That was Santos Ramirez on the tackle.
Scat left, King Coon, Y spot. Twins left, scat left, King Coon, Y spot. Let's go. You got a curl. You got right there, right. Don't wait on him. Hey, check dragster. Check wide dragster. Wide dragster. Dragster.
They're going to try and get Cody Latimer, number 11, right there. The top of your screen across the field, right there.
Crossing route, they find Latimer, and he does get enough for that first down, and Fula Kelly eventually brought him down. And it looks like Kelly, who made that tackle, is still down after the play.
Good check by Shane Matthews, the offensive coordinator, knowing the matchup he had with Latimer, matched up against Kelly.
Relax.
You know, Tom, something we talked about as a crew coming into the stadium, this heat that we're dealing with. We have not encountered weather that feels like almost 90 degrees all season. You can see them stretching out Anthula.
Oh, yeah.
Is the weather a factor at all here today?
I think it can be when you've been practicing in temperatures that are, relatively mild. I would venture a guess to say predominantly cool there in Arlington throughout the week. Now you're approaching 90 degrees with some humidity. This is an different environment for both teams.
Harry, what are you feeling on the sideline right now?
It's not as hot right now. Earlier in the game, it was a bit, bit hot out here, but guys feel that now. I played in Florida on multiple occasions. Didn't like playing in Florida. Had to get IVs before the game. Had to drink consistently throughout the game. So the weather definitely plays a factor, especially when you're practicing weather that's not as hot as right down here.
See the coolers. They are ready for this temperature as the night time is hitting here in Orlando, so it is starting to cool down a bit. Jermaine Martin, man in the backfield on 1st and 10 for the Guardians. Give it to Martin. There's no bouncing there. He's going straight ahead.
Yeah, if he wants to stay in the game, I guarantee you, there's going to be a downhill approach to number 30's game. I kind of like how Orlando's relying on this offensive line, though.
Get wider, 81. Get way wider. Give him a chance here. Look the safety down the middle. Look the safety down.
So Dormity's got to key in on the safety for DC here on this play. 2nd and 6. Looking over the middle, trying to find where that safety is. Instead, dumps it off to his running back, Martin.
Flat, hot, whistle, Oscar. Flat, hot, whistle, Oscar.
Smash, F Poco. Double smash, F Poco.
Now we know the offensive coordinator is talking to his quarterback. Who is Greg Williams talking to on defense?
We gotta hurry.
He's talking to his linebackers and his safety people. Get everybody lined up. They've all got it in their helmet. You hear that Poco. It's a term for post corner. Shane Matthews going to try and get a double move here on one of his routes.
So timeout Orlando. Their first time out here in the second half. As they want to talk things over, a big 3rd and 10 when we come back. Week 7, we are here in Orlando. DC trying to stay perfect in first place in the North. Orlando, they are not out of the playoff picture yet. If they can get this win today, mathematically, they are still alive, and you can see how much fight here we're seeing from the Guardians. A big 3rd down coming up. Perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd downs this drive. Dormity looking end zone, left side. What a catch! Cody Lattimore. Excuse me.
One.
That's Jordan Thomas.
Jordan Thomas just taking it away. Turned the lights out in the stadium. That's what kind of a catch it was.
One.
That's a 6'6", 277-pound tight end. Split out to your left. Shane Matthews in the break said, listen, you've got one-on-one. Let's take the advantage. And what a spectacular acrobatic play there from the former Mississippi State Bulldog. Go get it, kid.
He ain't playing around. Throw that all day. Even down here, throw it.
Oh, just jumped over Joshua Allen.
Touchdown! Yeah! Freaking yeah! 1 point. Down the road.
You think Coach Buckley's excited? They go for 1 from the 2. That's Rodgers in motion. Dormity will hand this to Martin, and he is in there. Orlando takes a 3-point lead here in this 3rd quarter. They're having trouble keeping the lights on. That's how hot Orlando's right now. Taylor, what you got?
I'm trying not to get injured by the celebration. What a grab. I heard a lot of expletives from your teammates. How'd that one feel?
Man, all glory to God, man. I've been through a lot, man.
Let's go, D!
I'm grateful for
Let's go,
opportunity.
D!
That's it. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh, guys, the emotion.
You know what? That's a real moment right there. Like I literally just got goosebumps because the XFL is about making dreams happen, keeping dreams alive, and guys who are just so grateful for this opportunity. Jordan Thomas just took advantage of his opportunity.
Well, and let's point out, Jordan Thomas, 81, 15, KD Cannon, 2 players that Terrell Buckley specifically pointed out that they had newly acquired last Monday and felt like they changed their locker room. They gave them some advantages and some mismatch opportunities. We've seen a touchdown from Canada tonight, as well as that spectacular play for the touchdown there from Jordan Thomas.
Orlando kicks it away. DC returning. Pushed out of bounds. Man, you can hear Buckley call for that holding penalty. Here comes the flag.
During the return, holding receiving team number 38, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's 1st and 10.
That 81 look good, huh? That 81 look good, huh? Big old dude.
That 81 he's talking about, Jordan Thomas, who just went up and got that for Orlando.
And yet another penalty for DC. They now have twice the amount of penalties Orlando has tonight, 63.
DC finds themselves down by 3 here in the second half. Abram Smith.
Just right.
Here he is, 81.
Hey, 51 hammer, Rachel. 51 hammer, Rachel. Here we go. Ready. Set, go.
Jordan Thomas is literally in tears right now on the sideline for Orlando after catching a touchdown. Nothing to be ashamed of, bro. You can let it out, man. We understand when you've gone through some stuff, being able to put on the pads again and haul in a touchdown on national TV, that's a big moment. You can enjoy it.
Here we go. Ready. Set, go.
3rd and 11 for DC. Tamu has a man over the middle. Chris Blair. Get off me! Chris Blair! No one's gonna get him! An 86-yard touchdown strike. What a response by DC. That was Balin Buchanan who missed that tackle. Chris Blair would not be denied.
They try to bring pressure and they pick it up terrifically. Abram Smith on the right, one-on-one in pass protection, and a strike down the middle from Jordan Ta'amu. They love this deep in-breaking route. Threw it a ton a week ago in their win against Houston. We've seen it a couple of times here tonight, this time for a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby! Touchdown, baby!
Yes, sir. DC is back. Raquel Armstead goes out to the left. Ta'amu throwing right. Tipped away, incomplete, 2-point conversion, no good. That was Wiggins for Orlando getting his hand on it. And just like that, DC back on top by 3.
Somebody's got to flinch, right? I mean, when you have this type of back and forth, I love this because now it's not necessarily going to come down to the plays made, it's going to come down to the mistakes. Who makes mistakes?
The man who just caught that touchdown pass, Chris Blair, standing by with Harry.
Chris Blair, deep in cut. Not only do you catch it for a first down, you take it to the house. What's that feeling like, bro?
I told defense I had him. We've been under some adversity. I told him I was going to make a play for him, and Jordan found the ball, gave me the ball. I just had to make a play for my team.
I think one thing that's unique about y'all team is that when y'all face that adversity, the highs aren't too high, the lows aren't too low. You guys stay even keel. You take on the personality of your head coach, Reggie Barlow. How was that? How was that happen?
Every day at practice, Coach Barlow he always expressed us that we're going to face adversity. So it's all about how we bounce back from it.
Timeout, DC.
We knew they were going to be a good team.
No
matter what they record say,
30 seconds.
we knew we was going to face adversity at some point. But at the end of the day, we DC defenders, and we're going to continue fighting.
Thanks, Chris.
We the DC Defenders. That's a statement right there. 6-0, undefeated team in a fight right now with Orlando.
Yeah, and that is not a happy man right there. Just had to call a timeout on a change of possession because they didn't have enough people on the field for their kickoff team.
Cedric Thomas is the deep man. The Crane will kick it away to him.
Get off blocks!
Once he catches, now both teams can release. Thomas over the left side, hurdles a dude, and will be brought down just shy of the 40, a 38-yard return.
Stopped at the 40-yard line.
All right, a quick strike by DC. If you're Orlando, now how do you respond?
I don't think you get too greedy. I think you just do what you've been doing. That's been running the football effectively on the inside, and Quentin Dormady getting the ball out of his hands, and don't make mistakes. No procedure penalties, no silly penalties, and use this energy you got, but maintain your composure.
Logan Carter lining up as a fullback. He will now sneak out. Dormady on the run. Carter giving him a block. And Dormady will pick up a couple on first down. We've seen that a couple times. Quentin Dormady, he's pretty elusive in the pocket. Not the quickest dude, but he can still pick up some yards.
Yeah, he's got enough athleticism to extend the play, get you out of trouble.
Twins left, Black, Ohio X Hitch. Bimbo, get off the ball.
Doherty asking for another player to come on the field. That was Logan Carter, the tight end.
No.
And now Orlando's going to have to use another timeout.
I got
they have
delayed.
one timeout left in this half.
Prior to the delay game, timeout Orlando. Second of the half.
Hey,
30 seconds.
Don't call a timeout. Hey, take the penalty. Don't call a timeout there.
We are, hey, listen. We are going B7, B7, B7. It's 12 Logan, but I don't know who you want in there.
We don't call it.
Take a look at Orlando Guardians' last drive. Started with a good kickoff return, setting them up in DC territory. They went on the ground. That was that was Darrington. And then Quentin Doherty will find Cody Latimer. Doherty throwing the jump ball. This was the touchdown grab, just jumping over the defender. Jordan Thomas, so emotional. He was on tears in the sideline. What a drive put together by Orlando, their last scoring drive. This is Darrington, the running back. Scampers for a first down, crossing into DC territory.
You know, you heard Shane Matthews, the quarterback's coach and play caller, getting frustrated because they don't have the right personnel on the field, right?
Yes.
They're calling for a tight end late. They're calling for an X late. Then they lose a timeout because of it. And it's those types of things that have plagued them.
Flat, X, curl and go. Scat left, scat left, scat left.
Watch down here. You heard X, curl and go. So he's going to get vertical, stutter him, and take off again.
First and 10 from the 49, dumping it down to Darrington. Darrington, a nice run after the catch. Crosses the 35, knocked down at the 33, a gain of 17. Ramirez on the tackle.
Twins right, brown arrow, let's go. Twins
Good
right,
decision by Dormady here. Doesn't like it on the outside, just dump it off. Check downs, get first downs, man.
Going quick, and that's batted away.
Forward and incomplete. Second down.
Santos Ramirez got in the backfield and knocked it down.
That damn win play again. I want B7, B7, B as in.
Santos Ramirez does a really good job there. Pressure, unblocked, get up, deflect the pass, no throwing.
Harry, last week Santos Ramirez had a pick six, knocking down plays. Is this a guy who can play in the NFL?
Yes, it is. Actually, when I talked to Greg Williams, he coached in New Orleans a guy named Malcolm Jenkins. Also, when he was with the Washington Commanders, he coached Sean Taylor. He said that Santos Ramirez, he uses those two guys. He uses Santos just like he used those two guys when he coached him on defense.
Bryce knocking Jermaine Martin out of bounds, a 19-yard pickup. That's a huge comparison. Let's take a look at that last play.
I tell you, this offensive line for Orlando, I mentioned it 2 series ago. This is uncharted waters for DC on defense. They have not had teams line up and run the football on them.
Orlando in the red zone. Martin hurdles the dude.
And really what Harry was getting at there, too, when you talk about Santos Ramirez in those comparisons, is scheme versatility. Sometimes we'll see 38 as a deep half safety, or we'll see him in the deep middle, or that time we'll see him coming off the edge and blitzing. Sometimes he plays in the box. He's one of those guys that can line up anyway.
Santos Ramirez out of Arkansas. He's a guy that just wants to be on the field.
Yeah.
Second and 10 for Orlando. Doherty, pass. Jordan Thomas again with the catch. Marked down at the 4, enough for a first down.
What he was supposed to do, you have a 6'6", 275-pound tight end lining up over a corner. I mean, unless you're going to walk a safety over and get on top, I don't know how you're supposed to be able to defend that matchup. Reminds me of Kyle Pitts at Florida when he was in college. He lined up all over the place. Nobody could cover it.
On the ground, stopped at his ankles. Darrington doesn't get anything. Gabe Wright was in the backfield to stop for a loss.
He can't see it. He can't see it.
We're talking about Jordan Thomas. He was waving to his sidelines that he's having trouble seeing right now. Thomas 81 at the bottom of your screen for Orlando. Second and goal. Throwing in his direction. And Thomas didn't even jump for it. That's because he was held. Here's the penalty flag.
We got multiple flags. We got multiple flags.
Okay, so the referee has a dead ball personal foul on 96 of the defense.
Okay, and
so Dean, 2 fouls on the defense, 1 live and 1 dead. We're going
correct.
to the 1 yard line for the PI and then half the distance.
No, we're only going to enforce 1. We're only going to enforce 1. So the PI to the 1.
PI to the 1. Okay.
Correct.
Hey, what's the number? What's the number? 26.
26. DC 26.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. Personal foul.
That's DeJuan Neal.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 96. That penalty's declined. The pass interference is enforced at the 1 yard line with an automatic first down.
Taylor, Jordan Thomas couldn't even see on that last play, but still drew a penalty.
Yeah, so he was pointing, to making the hand motions that he couldn't see, and the coaches were like, just stay, thinking it was a cloudy face mask. Guys, he lost his contact. His contact fell out. He literally couldn't see.
There we go at the goal line. Did not get in. Taylor, that is crazy. His contact was out. All right, so I guess got to put it back in, but right now he's still on the sideline. There he is, pointing at his eyes. Taylor told us lost his contact.
But he had his other
timeout for an injured player of the defense.
So now he's like a pirate.
So an injured player down for DC. We will step aside. Orlando at the 1. It'll be 2nd and goal, and we come back. He's got it back in. Looks like he's ready to go. Fadal Brown, who was down injured after that last play for DC, he walked up off the field. We are set, ready to play again. 2nd and goal from the 1. We got whistles. Spot call.
Spot of the ball has been corrected. It was moved forward by the offense at 2nd down.
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not cheating, you're not trying. 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak. And he is in. Quentin Dormady keeps it himself. Back and forth we go. Orlando back on top. Turn out the lights.
Like what Orlando does here, using that motion to influence the defense, and then Quentin Dormady not just taking it to either side of the center, going ahead and delaying a second and picking a little crease to fall over. Loving the quarterback sneak tonight from this Orlando offense.
Orlando had 13 rush yards in the first half. They've got almost 50 here in this 3rd quarter. Go for 1 from the 2. Rambo in motion. Dormady will hand it off, and Darrington will not get in. But Orlando goes back on top with a 31-28 lead. Week 7 in the XFL wraps up tomorrow right here on ESPN with the Battlehawks and the Roughnecks at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. Also available ESPN+. What are you looking for in that game, the last game of the week here in Week 7?
I want to see if Houston can get back on track. They've struggled each of the last 2 weeks, both losses, ironically. They've struggled in the kicking game, had 2 blocked punts 2 weeks ago, and then they haven't been able to just produce those explosive plays down the field. And they lost John Trey Kirkland, who was the most explosive player in this league, the first series of the game against Seattle 2 weeks ago. How do they replace him and get back on track offensively? I think St. Louis, when they don't make mistakes, they can play with anybody in this league. We've had them twice, and what they've done is they've made more mistakes than the other team. Haven't necessarily gotten beaten, so I think it could be a good ball game.
Dallas with the kick. Smith will return it. Finds that seam on the left side, passes the 40, and eventually pushed out of bounds and sent it down to Taylor.
Yeah, Quentin Dormady is with me now. A couple solid drives ending in the end zone for you guys. What are you seeing out there tonight?
I'm seeing things clean. They're bringing some pressure, but we're picking it up and making some plays, and QB sneaking it in. So just got to keep it going.
There's been a lot of intentionality this week. You guys really wanting to get that win. You're close to it. How do you finish this one off?
Got to keep going. We just got to keep scoring points. We're up 3 right now. Defense needs to get us to stop and get us the ball back. Let's go score.
Thanks, Quinn.
Yep.
All right, Taylor, good stuff. DC with the ball back. Keeping it, throwing it over the middle. Chris Blair with the reception will pick up 12 for a first down.
Raquel Armstead wanted that football.
How about the redemption story for Gordon? Was released reportedly because he was sharing plays with another team. Found out that wasn't true. Back on his team, the starter, and he's making things happen. Armstead on the ground, taken down as he crosses midfield. That was Smith on the tackle.
They've made fewer mistakes with him leading this team than they had in the previous 6 weeks.
Let's go, let's go. Ready. Set, go.
2nd and 7. It's a quarterback keeper. Ta'amu. We talked to DC this week, and Reggie Barlow said Ta'amu has to make better decisions about when to give it, when to keep it. What a decision there.
Great decision right there. And just reading the inside defensive tackle, he goes with the backfield action. There's nobody there in the B gap between the guard and the tackle.
Now he's throwing it. This one back to Blair. Blair shakes another tackle. Eventually thrown out of bounds by Matt Elam. Once again, starting to use some tempo on offense.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Terrell Buckley's not going to be happy with this football team. Win or lose, when they watch the tape on defense, it's been a poor tackling effort tonight for Orlando.
Ready. Set, go.
1st and 10 for DC. There's the handoff. Abram Smith just running through dudes. Out there looking like a Costco-sized shopping cart. Get out the way.
That's Terrence Plummer, 230-pound middle linebacker right there. Whoa.
Here we go.
Better get a note from your mother.
1st and 10. Giving it back to him. And Orlando will make the stop. Harry, we're talking about all the missed tackles, but is it maybe you got to give more credit to the DC players making guys miss right now?
Yeah, you have to. Those guys are very elusive right now. Abram Smith.
Stack 6 rat. 23 ball. Get down. Safety, get down.
Abram Smith is running through defenders. You love to see it.
Safety, get down.
Under a minute to play here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10 for DC. Ta'amu keeps it batted, incomplete. Was looking for Blair on the slant route. That was Marcus Murphy getting his hand on it for Orlando.
That's that staple of this offense. They're either going to give it, quarterback's going to keep it, or they're going to pull it and throw what they call the glance behind it. This time, really nice job there by Marcus Murphy, 38, sitting in the window and getting his hands up late.
Did he just save a touchdown?
Very likely, yes.
Ready.
3rd and 10, they need to get to the 1. Ta'amu looking, end zone! He had Lucky Jackson, but Jackson just couldn't find the ball.
Gosh, that was strange. I don't know if he lost it in the lights in the opposite corner of the stadium.
Number 97 of DC has reported as eligible. Number 96 of DC has reported as eligible. 97 and 96.
Harry, from that vantage point, what happened with Lucky Jackson? We'll get your perspective when we come back, because that is the end of the 3rd quarter. An interesting play. DC looked like they had a gimme touchdown, but a miscommunication. It was 90 degrees when we started. Nighttime is hitting. It is cooling off here in downtown Orlando. We got a good one. The Guardians with a 3-point lead. Let's go to the 4th. As we get set for the start of this 4th quarter, and DC, they got it started early, a touchdown to Lucky Jackson.
Yeah, got off to a really fast start, really efficient, and then Orlando answers with newcomer K.D. Cannon, the former Baylor Bear. And how about this play right here, John?
What a catch there by Briley Moore. Orlando, not to be outdone. That was a spectacular catch by Jordan Thomas and a quick strike by DC.
Tackle. Chris Blair making it happen. Chris Dormady puts him up on the quarterback sneak. And here we sit, heading to the fourth quarter. Field goal attempt on the way from DC.
This will be a 29-yard field goal attempt for Matt McCrane.
29-yard field goal attempt by number 34, Matt McCrane.
It's 10 of 12 on the season for DC. This clean kick, and he shanked it. Just pulled it. Left. No good. Episode 5 of the 9-part docuseries, Player 54, is now available on ESPN+. An all-access look at the XFL and its players and coaches that you cannot get anywhere else. Player 54 is on ESPN+. I've watched every single episode, and it just keeps getting better and better each week. Guys are getting more comfortable with the cameras around them. They're opening up more. It is a spectacular docuseries.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's so kind of raw and genuine, and you know, just like we've seen from Jordan Thomas here tonight, how important the game is to these guys.
Because you know it, these guys are ball players. They're not used to having cameras in their face all the time, but now they're starting to get comfortable, and they're letting their personalities show. They're letting them know what this game really means to them. Player 54, check it out, ESPN+. Martin just gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. How about Quentin Dormady? A single game high in the XFL this season, 5 total touchdowns. Unreal performance.
He's done a really nice job. He's been efficient. He's made good decisions. He's put this offense in position to make plays, and the people around him have made plays. Very few self-inflicted wounds. In fact, that's been reserved for the DC defenders here tonight.
2nd and 10. On the ground, it opens up the middle. Jermaine Martin said, don't sleep on Orlando. We got something to prove.
Terrell Buckley told him one time, stop bouncing the ball to the outside. So what does Martin do? Sticks his foot in the ground. Guard comes around. Nice job. Hits the crease. North and south.
That's the tight end, Cody Latimer. Stood up as he passes the 45, a gain of 7.
That's right. Get wider. Get wider.
Get wider. Explain why that's important.
Because you want to have the spacing be correct for your routes that are going to mesh together. It's all about timing and spacing.
Quick ace, Houston.
Now he's going to check out of it.
Second and 2. Throwing, completing. Eli Rogers. Ball comes out. It is still loose, and DC jumps on top of it. Turnover. Defenders get it back.
It's a fumble recovered by the defense. It's first down.
Yep.
Joe Wallace with the fumble recovery for DC.
This is close. Looking to see the knee. That left knee is the first thing that hits. I've got the ball starting to move before the left knee hits. Let me know if we have anything better. My far handheld is blocked out.
Are we clear yet?
We're looking at it. Just slow it down. I'll give you the okay. Sky. Yep. Right there. That's a shot, low end zone. Piece those two together. It's coming out just as the knee hits. Yep. Yep, that's a good look. Okay, we're clear, we're clear.
That is an awesome job by Dean Blandino, being able to piece together shots in order to figure out the perfect angle, confirming the fumble.
Well, and it really makes you realize all the different angles that you've got to have to be able to make the correct assessment.
Throw over the middle, in traffic. Jordan Bahamu on the money to Josh Hammond, picks up 20 yards.
Man, they love that deep in-cutting route. You look at the numbers here. Not only do you have the takeaways, but you've got touchdowns coming off of those takeaways. 3 pick sixes so far on the season. So great complementary football, offense, defense to kicking game for DC.
Missed field goal. DC gets the ball back on the fumble recovery. Go to the ground. Abram Smith shedding a tackle. Diving just short of the 20, picking up 8.
Marcus Murphy, 38, trying to go low on Abram Smith. He just tippy-toes right over it.
2nd and 3, here comes the blitz. Picking it up perfectly. The quick throw is complete. That's Alex Ellis for a first down.
23 lock, squirrels. 23 lock, squirrels.
Here we go.
It's clean.
Ready. Set, go.
1st and 10 on the ground is Armstead. And we're looking at offensive coordinator Fred Keiss. And Harry, it's been incredible that he talked about the HBCU, how important that was to his development as an offensive coordinator.
23, Z Glance.
Yeah, in his 25-year career coaching, all of those have been at HBCUs. And I asked him what led him there. The first thing that he mentioned to me was God. And he said being at HBCUs and coaching those kids made him a better human being today. And it was a luxury experience for him as well.
Touchdown, DC! Fred Keiss drew it up to perfection as Lucky Jackson's in the end zone. Yeah, you could get your dance on. DC retakes the lead.
Middle of field, 5-yard line, going for 2.
Middle field.
Empty right. 0-1. Empty
Backfield action, you get that whole player to come up. It vacates the window behind it for the Z Glance, the slant route.
Josh, you go to the left. Josh, you go to the left.
Really well executed.
Hey, tell him run safe. 58, slant.
They go for 2 from the 5. We don't kick extra points in the XFL.
Set, go.
Up 3, can they go up 5? Yes, they do. 2-point conversion is good. Alex Ellis on the catch. DC now up over 400 total yards on the game. That is a season high right here in Orlando.
Nice touchdown from Lucky Jackson on the slant route, right behind the token fake, followed up by another slant for the 2-point conversion for DC, back on top here in the humidity.
Lit up at night. What a scene here in Orlando. DC defenders take a 5-point lead here in this 4th quarter. Now, if you've been on the DC defenders train, you have made some money. Nothing but W's. They've covered every single week, according to Caesars. The opening spread was 9.5, so they still got some work to go. Ball goes into the end zone. That'll be a minor infraction, so the ball will come out to the 35-yard line. Here's, according to Caesars Sportsbook, the live line is now minus 5.5, which means DC has to win by more than 6 in order for you to win that bet. Or if you say plus 5.5, that means you think Orlando's going to lose by less than 6.
If you hitting that and he's hitting that, they don't get that off.
Got to be the highest total over-under we've had in the XFL live, at least so far in 7 weeks.
Orlando gets the ball back, down by 5. So much time to play here in this 4th quarter. Whitten Dormady with time will unload down the middle. Oh, dangerous throw in a double coverage. Was looking for Charleston Rambo, but DeJuan Neal was with him step for step. We thank you for joining us here in Orlando for this Week 7 action. Man, has this been a good game.
Alert. Scat right. Scat left. Cancun Y spot.
John Schriffen here in the booth alongside Tom Lubendorf. We got Taylor Davis, Harry Douglas on the sideline. I mean, this game has been a shootout from the opening kick. 2nd and 10. Orlando will hand this one off. Tom, does this have the feeling like whoever has the ball last is going to win it?
11.
Potentially, yeah. You know, I think that last
Dose
turnover.
Right, scat right, Exxon. Dose right, scat right, Exxon on two.
That we saw from Orlando was just a killer turnover because it changed momentum, it took away energy. Now you hear Shane Matthews say right there, on two, so you're going to see the hard count. Orlando's been disciplined on that tonight, but not in the previous 6 weeks. Let's see what they can do.
Orlando, 3rd and 10 from the 35. We've got a free play for Orlando. Dan Williams, a good run after the catch.
Twins left. Twins left. Gonna have offside.
Let's go
defense,
Dose right.
number 39 to be declined.
Offside, defense number 39. The penalties decline. The result of the play is a first down.
That's the second offsides against Santos Ramirez.
Really good discipline that time, and that one was close.
Michael Joseph still got a shot on Dormady.
Certainly did.
Midfield.
Orlando 1st and 10 from midfield. Dormady, man, threw that one right into the mitts of Jacob Panashuk.
Panashuk does a really nice job here. He realizes he's on block. Wait, let me get in throwing lane, because he knows that behind him is that hitch route. Seen that in game study. They know what's coming off of that backfield action. You can't get there, stop and get your hands up. Almost intercepted himself.
The clock continues to run until we get inside the final 2 minutes here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 10. Dormady goes over the middle, and that's Eli Rogers just getting down, avoiding the hit.
Ruby. Ram single press. Right. Twins right. Ram single press.
Twins right. Left.
Single press. Ram single press.
Late substitution for DC as Orlando's already over the ball.
Wide dragster.
Dormady checking the protection here on 3rd and 4.
Wide dragster. They're going to try and hit Latimer again.
Here comes the blitz, crossing route. They got Latimer. It's a big hitter. Latimer still on his feet. Touchdown! Orlando Guardians strike for 44-yard pickup. Latimer would not be denied.
This is an outstanding job by Shane Matthews. Here you go. You're going to have this here, you're going to have that there, and they're going to rub off of each other and clip the defender that is trying to cover Cody Latimer. Now he does the rest, makes somebody miss, and it's a foot race to the end zone. But you heard Shane Matthews say, all right, let's check to wide dragster, check to wide dragster. He knew they were in man-to-man coverage, and crossing routes are great man coverage beaters.
Kentrell Bryce had the chance to stop him. He missed the tackle for DC. And now behind the play, we do have a defender who is still down for DC. Now it looks like it's Santos Ramirez who is down right now.
That is not good
slowly
news.
Gets back to his feet. You see Ramirez trot off the field.
So what he's challenging is that this receiver here picked the defender.
DC is challenging the ruling on the field. DC is challenging the ruling on the field of no offensive pass interference. The play is under review.
So there is contact, but the key here is that the ball was already caught. So there's no pass interference by rule because that contact has to take place prior to the ball being touched. That's the best look for left 25. Okay, Chris, after further review, there is no foul for offensive pass interference. The block occurred after the ball was touched. No foul.
After review, there is no offensive pass interference. The block occurred after the ball was touched by the receiver. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So what's unique about the XFL is that both teams get one challenge. You can challenge any play, even if it hasn't been called.
DC is
you feel like
timeout and
something was missed.
Challenge for the remainder of the game.
And that's what DC just did there. They thought the pick play was missed, but you heard Dean Blandino's explanation.
That was a good challenge. I actually thought that was a really good challenge. Because oftentimes, that ends up being a pick, and it's illegal if the receiver doesn't play it correctly.
They go for 2 from the 5. And Dormady can't get it through that tight window, looking for Latimer. So Orlando with a 1-point lead here in this 4th quarter off the crossing play by Cody Latimer.
Look at the big fella. Gets some help from his teammates, turns and runs, breaks the arm tackle. Let's go.
Stay up. Yeah! Woo! Bam! That's 30. Wait a minute. 6.
Following that Cody Latimer touchdown, who joins me now. Obviously, momentum had shifted after that turnover, but you guys drive down and regain the lead. How'd you do it?
Just keep fighting, man. Trusting our coaches, trusting the players. You know, like I said, we had to turn over, but we've been moving the ball really well downfield, and Coach Shane's been doing a great job of dialing it up. So we just believe in each other at this point. We ain't got nothing to lose, so we just go out here, like I said, playing for each other and making plays.
You've played a lot of football, but how would you describe what this opportunity and this team means?
I mean, it's just an amazing opportunity for all the guys. You know, this is a lot of people's second chance, a lot of people's first time being on the professional thing. So this league has been nothing but amazing to me, my family, and my teammates. We're just blessed to be here, man, and just gonna keep bringing it every day. Like I said, we're happy.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, Taylor, thank you. David Smith there on the return. Takes it back across the 20. Tomorrow afternoon from Dallas, it is the Women's National Championship between LSU and Iowa. It all goes down 3:30 p.m. Eastern, and for the first time, you can check it out on ABC. Our pregame special gets it started at 2:30 p.m. And don't forget, Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi with their own commentary on ESPN2 and ESPN+. Join the conversation at #BirdTaurasi. How about Caitlin Clark for Iowa? 41 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists in that Final Four semifinal win over South Carolina. Smith, like a bowling ball, going through that hole, still turning, pushing those legs, picks up 11. Harry, I know you were impressed with Caitlin Clark of Iowa.
Yes, I was. You talk about someone who allows the game to come to them. And it's hard to think that when she scores 41 points in a ball game, but she's amazing. Her body control, she can shoot the ball from deep. I love watching her game, love watching her play, and looking forward to that championship game.
I love how she wouldn't even come out to the top of the key. She said, go ahead and try and shoot that. You go ahead and shoot that. I don't think you can make it. I'm not getting it.
We got a big one here. Oh, incomplete. Lucky Jackson. Just a step too short, overthrown by Jordan Ta'amu.
Just a little more air to allow Lucky Jackson to run into this one. And that's, again, the sluggo route, the slant and go. They got Houston on this for a big gainer to Lucky Jackson a week ago. This one just a couple inches too long.
Ready. Set, go.
After missing on the home run, they give it to Abram Smith on the ground. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's kind of been that night, though, for DC, hasn't it? And they haven't had one of those yet. The only undefeated team in the league.
No, go 12, go 12, go 12, go 12, go 12, go 12. Here we go. Fred, skins right.
Skins right.
All choice. Yellow, yellow, yellow. All choice. All choice.
Yellow.
DC, 6 for 9 on 3rd downs tonight. This is going to be a 3rd and long.
Ready. Set, go.
Empty backfield for Ta'amu. Throw his receiver down, incomplete. Ty Smith almost came up with the interception for Orlando.
Got double choice routes to both tight ends. Jordan Ta'amu chooses to go left here, and his intended target just falls down. I think he would have had a completion. It would have had to have threaded the needle there into a tight window. But again, these types of things have not plagued DC, and they're having one of those nights where things aren't necessarily bouncing their way as they become accustomed to it.
So Daniel Whelan, who's got a monster leg, will punt this one away. Justin Rogers just looks to sail over his head. Week 7 in the XFL wraps up tomorrow right here on ESPN with the Battlehawks and the Roughnecks. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. Also available on ESPN+. A 66-yard punt.
Well, I was just going to say, I've had a few people, and I'm sure you have too, say, well, who have you seen that you think's got a shot at the NFL? Who's going to sign? Maybe stick. I'm like, DC's punter. That's the guy. Daniel Whelan.
What's interesting, though, is turf field. I've seen a bunch of people slip down tonight. We saw the kicker for DC. We just saw the tight end slip there. Harry, have you noticed anything about the field? It looks like it's just a normal turf field.
Illegal substitution, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
I think it's just guys need to get their, weight under them before kicking a football, planting their foot in the ground. This is turf. This is fast turf. They should be able to play on this and stay upright.
I appreciate that.
12 men in the huddle there as Orlando breaks the huddle, gets a penalty.
So Orlando with a 1-point lead, get the ball back after the penalty, 1st and 15. Oh.
False start, offense number 58. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
It's first and 20. Let's get some positive yards.
It's Jalen Spady, and this is the 0-6 Orlando we know.
I need dose right, Corvette, F slant. Dose right, Corvette, F slant. Dan, you have an under. Get out wide.
Let's see if Orlando can get some positive yards here on 1st and 20 from the 25. Throwing is Dormady, completes it to Eli Rogers, and another penalty flag. That's 3 in a row we've seen now.
68.
Yo, call it!
Ineligible receiver downfield, offense number 68.
58 is the number.
Number 58, correction. 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
And that's now back-to-back penalties against Jalen Spady on the offensive line.
Yep. F sore, X quick screen left. Dan, that's you. Get a little bit wider.
They've been doing that all night. Oh my God.
Throwing the quick screen
Who they call it on?
to the bottom here.
Back up. Back up. Go right, back up. Back up.
Setting up the play is Orlando, tossed over bounds, and there come the penalty flags. That's like a wrestling move. You can't do that.
Just hang on that spot.
Dan Williams was just tossed over the benches out of bounds.
Yeah, so we're gonna have get on the bench.
43.
Get on the bench.
43.
It's Francis Bernard. Yep.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, defense number 43. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I need y'all help. I'm trying to keep them on.
He's heading out of bounds. Just let him go. Mistakes, mistakes. Now you just took a backed up Orlando offense that was frustrated and gave him new life.
So Orlando will gain 16 yards on the play, and then the penalty tacked on.
Watch the ball!
Looking to throw. That is caught. Completed to Dan Williams. DC jumped that route. Almost had a pick 6. My goodness. Wait a minute. Does the ball come out at the end? That's DC ball. We've got a turnover.
Momentum stop. Replay that.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense, first down.
Oh boy.
Okay, we are looking at this.
Jimmy is top on the ball.
The recovery. Chris, we're going to review this. We're going to review this. Yep.
The ruling of a fumble recovered by the defense is
That's
under
the first
review.
part. Yep, that's the first part. He's not touched. His momentum was not stopped. There's no progress. He's moving forward the entire time. Now I'm just looking to see if he's down by contact. That's the other thing. I'm on a low end zone here. That's my shot. The ball is out. The ball is clearly out. I've got a recovery on the left 25. DC defender is not out of bounds. Inbounds the whole way. Okay, after review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. There was no progress. He was not down by contact, and we have a recovery inbounds.
Wow.
Turnover chain to Nidale Rouse.
Is confirmed. It's first down.
Rouse almost had the pick 6. He's the guy who jumped the route initially, and somehow he still comes up with the fumble recovery.
Yeah, lots to unpack on this one. Should have had a pick 6, and then the hustle play to come back and get in on the tackle and strip fumble. Look at that. That's why we call it a game of inches, right? And then Dan Williams comes up fighting, scrapping, doing everything he can. And Dean Blandino is right. It's a forward momentum play. His momentum is not stopped. I know Terrell Buckley doesn't want to hear that. That's a hustle play by DC on defense.
Abram Smith lowers the shoulder. Under 6 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. DC down by 1 as they get the ball back.
Play, T-Gun.
Timeout for injured player of the defense.
Hey, flex left, Queen.
We have an Orlando defensive player down. That's Terrence Smith. And now he gets back up and walks off on his own power.
Good at T-Gun.
Please reset the game clock to 5 minutes, 40 seconds. The
I
clock
can't
will
believe
start
that
on
play
my
by
signal.
Nader Ralph.
5:40.
Missed the
please.
pick six. Came back to strip the ball away.
From 10 yards away.
And then Joseph came back and fell on top of it for DC.
Here we go, here we go. Play. Play, T-Gun. Queen. Let's go.
2nd and 6 for DC.
Ready. Set, go.
Tamu looking to throw. He completes it.
Trips right.
Let's go.
Move those sticks again. Brandon Smith on the reception. Gain of 16.
Let's go. Get set. Ready, now. Ready. Set, go.
1st and 10. DC throwing. Tamu going back to Smith, and he's pushed out of bounds. Now you got to remember, earlier in this quarter, DC missed a 29-yard field goal.
Right.
They find themselves down by 1 here, under 5 minutes to play.
23 lock squirrels. 23 lock.
23 lock squirrel. Here we go. Get set. Ready. Set, go.
2nd and 7. Tamu looking to throw again. Finds his tight end, Briley Moore, and he will fall forward. Inches short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down.
23 duo. 23 duo.
Let's go. Bubble. Let's go. 23. Here we go.
Side.
Ready.
Dual block on each side. Run game here.
Abram Smith, he needed 1. He gets a bunch more. Inside the 25. Orlando feels like they've got the ball. Let's see what the officials say.
Hey, skin. Let's go, skin. He was down.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense, 1st down.
Gerald Willis comes away with the football for Orlando. An unbelievable turn of events in the 4th quarter.
We'll take a look at a couple of these replays.
And big tight ends to block and run.
That's a good call by the officials and good lobbying by Orlando defenders because Abram Smith is on top. He's on top of Gerald Willis, former Auburn Tiger, right there, number 9.
Let's go!
That is an unbelievable play by Willis. He's on his back and punches the ball free and recovered. That is just incredible. Under 4 minutes to play in this 4th quarter. Orlando with the ball. They're going to try to run out this clock. That's Devin Darrington. DC only has 1 timeout remaining. Let's send it down to Taylor.
All right, Gerard, this thing is swinging back and forth with momentum. Your team needed you, and you came up big. What'd you see?
I just seen the ball out, and I just hit it. I seen the ball help and got on it. It's just a blessing, so thankful.
You know big-time players make big-time plays. That might have been one of them for you. How'd it feel?
Yes, now it just felt like also really a blur, but I'm just happy I made it. So we get the W.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
John.
All right, Taylor. Orlando's going to have to pick up a 1st down if they want to run out this clock, though. Darrington, he will be stopped.
I need regular 11. Regular 11.
Remember, the clock does stop at the 2-minute warning. DC also has 1 timeout remaining.
Tank left motion, ace right, wide dragster. Tank left motion, ace right, wide dragster.
Once again, we've already seen this on the touchdown. So you're going to get the pick route with the tight end coming from the top, crossing underneath.
That same play, and it works again. Cody Latimer gets down, inbounds, first down, Orlando.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is the first time Orlando has been in a position to actually close out a game, finish a game, find a way to win a game. First time in 7 weeks. We'll see what they got in the tank.
That was the same exact play they ran when Latimer had that touchdown. And we all said it on the broadcast.
This is the 2-minute
earlier in the third quarter, the live line was -7.5 for DC. Vegas thought Orlando was going to fall apart.
Yep.
The Guardians have not fallen apart. A 1-point lead here in the fourth quarter. We are at the 2-minute warning. You better come back. Plays for DC tonight that they just weren't able to connect on. That was Lucky Jackson, missed him. And then here's the fumble.
Wow. Very uncharacteristic of DC there on both occasions, but when you look at the left side of your screen here, Quentin Dormady, spectacular night for Orlando offensively. He just kept fighting. But look at those last two categories there. You got the combined points and then the penalties and the missed 29-yard field goal was a killer for DC tonight.
For Darrington with the run, DC will use their final timeout.
Timeout, Orlando. Their final timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
Said Orlando, but meant DC. It's okay.
Correction, the timeout was called by DC.
Call out your guys, just out the right one, y'all move them. We don't need for 5 yards. Hey, we don't need for 5 yards.
If I throw it, get what you can and get the... Not run out of bounds. Do not run out of bounds. Stay in bounds. The clock will stop.
Hey, he said hand it off.
Quentin Dormady just taking charge in the huddle. He knows under 2 minutes the clock will stop if you get out of bounds.
He just said if I throw it, I hope he doesn't throw it. Orlando, or DC hopes he throws it.
DC's now out of timeouts. 2nd and 6. They're gonna run it. DC will stop Darrington. Right as he crosses the 40 to the 41. The clock will continue to tick. Orlando, they need a first down.
Yep. The boot is better, huh? Run the boot.
Dormady, huddle up. Listen to me. If you need, do not run this out of bounds. We're going to go flank right, fake left, boot at 8. Stay in bounds, and just don't throw an incomplete pass. Let's go. Snap it with 2 seconds. Let's go. Let's go.
Dormady, there's the boot, out to his right, pressured, and he gets down inbounds. DC gets the stop, which means they will get the ball back as Fadal Brown with the tackle.
Absolutely.
Really surprised by that call. Really surprised by that call.
Why?
You've run the football so effectively between the tackles, and now you take the ball further away from the line of scrimmage with the risk of potentially throwing it, getting an incompletion, and then the clock stopping.
No! 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 Don't.
Timeout, Orlando.
I just think their percentages were better.
Hey,
30 seconds.
Running the football there and actually converting.
Get it off.
Please reset the game clock to 30 seconds. 3-0, please.
Now, last week, Orlando had a punt blocked in the fourth quarter. That was their demise against Seattle. And you just heard Terrell Buckley tell his punter, Matt Brown, you gotta get this punt off.
No question.
Okay. Hey, Matt, tell Matt to get it off. Tell him to get it off. Get it off, Matt. Get it off.
If you're Coach Buckley, is this a max protection? Do you have everybody just stay home and block?
Well, the problem is if you do that, you're going to have coverage restrictions, and you could be giving up a big return, and now you're giving up
30 seconds.
Wow. Why? Over 27. We counted it.
Josh Hammond is the deep man for DC. Brown does get it away. A good punt. Hammond fields. Let's see what he can do to start this return. Oh, he is just drilled. And a penalty flag comes flying. a 50-yard punt, a 5-yard return, but let's see what the penalty is.
Here we go. I got illegal use of the helmet hitting him with the crown. Did you get that, Dean? 48. Yep.
So no foul.
No foul. Okay. There is no foul on the play. The contact was ruled legal. First down.
Because the returner was a runner, Jaquan Blakely was not called for using the crown of his helmet.
That was a clinic tackle, though. Woo!
Here we go.
This game has been fired. 20 seconds to play. What can DC do down by 1? Tamu throwing, completing to Chris Blair. Now the clock will stop as they reset the change just like it does in college. Tamu's calling for the spike as soon as they set it. Here goes the clock, and Tamu spikes it with 13 seconds.
Hey, sugar.
Remember, the kicker, Matt McCrane, missed a 29-yard field goal earlier this quarter.
Hey, spread left. Red, Tucson.
So now what they've got to do, they've got to get another gainer like that to get them close to field goal range, but they're going to have another clock situation, which means everybody's going to have to hustle.
4 wide receivers set for DC on 2nd and 10. Tamu, he's got to get this first down, and he does. The clock will stop. Marked down at the 45. Spikes it at the 4. 4 seconds to play.
That might be a penalty. I think Jordan Tom was correct right there.
We spiked it.
Hey, Dean, is this something that needs to be looked at with the Orlando defender?
Was he offside? Was he offside?
Why do we call it?
I can't tell if he's in the
Number 97 and number 96 are eligible.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't worry about him, what he did after.
So Matt McCrane will attempt a 63-yard field goal. It's on its way! No good! And Orlando gets their first win of the season!
What you talking about, baby? Yes! Oh, my God.
DC is undefeated no more. The Guardians shot the defenders 37-36. What a game in the XFL. For my partners, Tom Luganell, Taylor Davis, Harry Douglas, I'm John Schriffen. What a night in Orlando. The Guardians, their first win in the XFL.